Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got some paint leftovers. I mixed up a lot of beautiful rainbow colours. I've done 2 pours with them and I've still got just a little bit left over. So I'm just going to see what will happen is if I lay them all in a cup and do a lovely old flip cup with them. They've got silicone in, so I'll get some cells. I just want to use up my paint. So let's see what happens. These are the colours that I've got left. These are just the remaining rainbow colours. So I've got a couple of pinks, a purple, turquoise, green, red and orange. So I haven't got all the colours. I've used some of them up completely. And then in these pots here, I was doing a ring pour. So I've got a mixture of lots of purples layered up there, the reds, oranges and the greens and blues, and Payne's grey, silver and white. So these are just the dregs, what's left of those ring pours, because I didn't quite empty the cup. So I don't want to waste it. So I think I'm just going to add all of these beautiful colours to a cup, see what we get. So I'm just thinking first of all about the order to layer these colours in. I would want to separate the colours. So they're the greens and blues kind of separated. And then I've got some reds and oranges. Now there's a huge risk of getting brown in this because red and green make brown. But the colours are relatively thick. So I'm just hoping that's enough. To stop them mixing too much. Right, let's try that. So with each one, I'm gonna literally just scrape out the entire contents of the cup because there really isn't much. So this one to start with is the layered up colour already. So I'm just going to put that over the bottom. Oh, it's really pretty. Just sometimes there's not enough paint to really warrant keeping it, but you don't want to just throw it away. I don't want to waste it, but there's just not enough to save. Let's go for orange. Right, and a very interesting cup. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a pretty cup. It's interesting. My canvas is 30 by 42 centimetres. So I'm just going to flip it over. In fact, I think I'll flip it like that because it's quite a big, heavy cup of paint. Right, just give that a second. I'm just going to let a little bit of air out. There we go. That just helps the colours to come down. So for this flip cup, I'm going to, instead of just tipping it over, I'm going to lift it up and then drizzle it around. I love the effect of lots of lines and ripples within a flip cup. So here goes. Wow, what a puzzle that is. So I'm going to tilt some of it out first, get some of this canvas covered, and then I will torch it. I will torch it after. Right, let's torch, see what we get. Right, so let's try and stretch this out. In fact, could probably do with a corner catcher on that corner. So my corner catcher is just a piece of cardboard, which was from another from another canvas, sorry. So I'm just going to pop that into the corner. The reason I want to catch the paint is because I want to lose as little as possible to start with. I want to get the whole canvas covered, and then I can decide which bits I like, which bits I don't like, and then tilt off accordingly. Right, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised so far. The only bit I don't like is right in the centre, which is where I had a massive lump of paint, which I had to fish out. So it's a bit distorted, but I'm pleasantly surprised by this mix of colour. Right, I just need to do this quite slowly, walk the paint down to this other end. In fact, I think it looks like I'm coming over this way first. So I'm constantly tilting it back and forwards, and that's just to try and maintain the shape of the cells as much as possible. And then I'm just going to walk the paint back, the weight of the paint just back a little bit more towards the other end. I'm absolutely amazed because I really quite like it. Except this bit, but I'm going to torch again and see if I can get a bit more a few more cells there. It's got a kind of garden feel to it, I think. I think it's all the green. I'm actually really quite liking it, which I'm amazed at. I just thought I'd end up, you know, just using the paint and just end up, you know, creating something just for the sake of it, but I'm actually really pleased. So it's very, very crowded, very full on, very detailed, but I love that. The colours, I am really amazed. There's no real brown. You've got red, you've got green right next to each other, but not brown. I think I was getting slightly carried away with my tilting, and I was risking distorting these along the edge. So I thought better of it and decided not to tilt. I was going to try and tilt off a part, but I decided there just wasn't enough paint. It's full, jam-packed of cells. So if you're not a fan of cells, you won't like this at all. I love the chaos and the detail of it. I like all the lines. You can see all the lines throughout the colours, but you can also see lots of different size cells, and you get that by torching at the beginning and then also just torching at the end. Wow, really, really pleased. So I'll be back when it's dry. So it's now finished, and I had to complete it with a border. It just doesn't have enough about it. It just looked a bit plain and a bit boring. So I've given it a lovely border, and it's really highlighted the design and all the cells in the middle. So I'm really pleased with that. I painted a really dark purple around the edge, and then I used a gold Posca pen just to highlight it. So it almost looks like a shadow border, so that almost like a very slight thin mount, which I really like. The cells are just amazing. So lots of large cells, small cells. It's very busy, very, very chaotic, but it works. And look, red and green side by side without brown. So I'm really happy, considering this was just leftover paints. It just shows, just don't throw them away. Use every little bit. Sometimes it works and you get something that you quite like. Sometimes it doesn't work and you end up scraping it or wasting the paint anyway, but it's always worth trying to do something. So thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please do hit that thumbs up button so I know, and do subscribe to my channel. Great, thank you so much for watching. Bye.